My name is Carson, and I had LSD and ecstasy, or otherwise known as MDMA. Um, how many people abuse the drug being researched in the U.S. and in South Dakota? I found that in 2022, it was estimated that around 2.1 million people in the United States have used ecstasy or MDMA, or they call it Molly in the streets, and that was in the past year. What is MDA? MDMA is a synthetic drug that produces feelings of pleasure and emotional warmth, as well as increased empathy, energy, and sense of well-being. It can also cause negative effects such as nausea, jaw clenching, chills, disorganized thoughts. But deaths from using ecstasy are rare. And then, what ways do people obtain it? It is a synthetic chemical made in labs. Seized MDMA in the U.S. is primarily manufactured in and smuggled across U.S. borders from clandestine laboratories in Canada and, to a lesser extent, the Netherlands. A small number of MDMA laboratories have also been identified operating in the U.S. And then that was MDMA. LSD is manufactured from a lysergic acid, which is synthesized from ergotamine tartrate, which is a fungus that grows on rye and other grains. And these LSD producers use several production methods, but all methods require significant laboratory experience and chemical knowledge. And then consider social stratification. Explain what particular populations or groups are more likely to engage in this type of substance abuse. I found that young adults are more likely to have substance use disorders, but less likely to receive treatment for MDMA or LSD use. And these untreated SUDs, which is a substance use disorder, can lead to lethal consequences, particularly deaths related to drug overdose. What are the immediate effects of the drugs? Why do people use them, and how addictive are these substances? MDMA's effects: feeling more energetic and alert, having an increased sense of well-being, openness towards other. It can also cause unpleasant and potentially dangerous negative health effects, and it is generally described as non-addictive. The long health term impacts and life expectancies of persons who abuse these substances in high doses. MDMA can interfere with the body's ability to regulate temperature and can increase, or on occasions, it can lead to a sharp increase in body temperature, which would be hypothermia, which would result in liver, kidney, or cardiovascular system failure, swelling of the brain, and probably death. Furthermore, repeated use of MDA over a short period of time may lead to potentially harmful concentrations of MDMA within the body due to complex metabolism of it. Summarize the schedule of the drug and what laws are in place in the U.S. and South Dakota. So it's a Schedule 1 drug. A first-time conviction for the least serious LSD possession offense will be punished with a minimum of $1,000 in fines and a maximum of 3 years in prison. LSD in South Dakota is a Class 5 felony. And then explain sanctions applied when these laws are broken. So, like, what is a prison term and what level of offenses? 3 years is the maximum for having LSD or MDMA. And then the differences in penalties for possession and versus distribution. Distribution is a Class 2 felony, and possession is mandatory minimum 1 year prison sentence. The additional impacts or social problems related to the substance abuse in local communities and across the country. LSD, it distorts a person's ability to make rational decisions. And then a group sitting, the drug contributes to added danger as one person's predictable reaction to the drug spills over to affect everyone around them. and explore any criminal activity associated with this drug use and share these statistics. The number of LSD-related arrests, investigations, indictments, and seizures decreased sharply since 2000. For example, the number of arrests reported by DEA for LSD-related offenses decreased from 162 in 2000 to 94 in 2001 to 26 in 2002, and then to 19 in 2003. The number of LSD-related investigations initiated by DEA also increased from 85 in 2000 to 40 in 2001 to 14 in 2002. Similarly, the number of organized crime drug enforcement task force LSD-related investigations decreased from 25 in 2001 to 11 in 2002. And that's it.